Met a guy and felt a great connection. Timing was off and it didn't go anywhere, but we keep in touch. Dating other guys, but can't find the same feeling. How do I not get discouraged?
I mean, because my style is manifesting and I've had enough evidence in my own life to know that I am creating my own reality. I am attracting men to me. I am attracting what I expect to feel with a man. That's what I would do if I were you. So it's hard when you met someone and you had a great connection and then the timing's off, so it didn't work out. And then you can start being focused on the lack, like, oh, I lost the connection, right? I lost that connection. What I would try to do is refocus your attention to, okay, that experience of great connection exists. I know I can feel it again. Here's what I feel like, what it feels like. So you start cultivating it inside of yourself, in your inner world. Start cultivating, okay, here's what my new man feels like. I believe, or I trust, or I hope even that I can have this again. I don't like hope so much, but just really trying to trust in the process that you are creating your reality. I don't know where you stand with that, if you do believe that. And internally start creating the imaginal experience of being with this new man with a beautiful connection. And maybe there's even more things that are there that you want, that makes it an even better aligned relationship. And when you start to cultivate it internally, what happens is you start to feel that the relationship almost is here. You know, yes, it's first still just happening in your inner world, but you start to feel satisfied when you're imagining a man shower you with love. Internally, you start to feel the truth of this reality. And then what my experience has been, and really what I teach people, is like, if that becomes a predominant knowing, if you trust and know that you are going to feel that your man is looking for you right now, that you are creating your relationship right now, it's going to be the best thing you've ever felt before. It's going to be better than any connection you've ever felt before. If you're affirming that and believing it within, it is going to show up out there. And actually, it's going to show up quickly. Like, the more you just are landed in that knowing, it is going to show up. What we have to watch for is thinking, I lost the one thing I could ever want. I lost the great connection. Now I've lost the connection. That's, as you can probably see, that's like saturating yourself in the lack of the experience. You want to reorient to, no, I can have this again. And, or I can have even better. And this is what it's going to be like. And I feel it and I believe in it. That would be my advice.
Yeah, it's absolutely spot on. I totally agree with it. If I was to say, I'd probably give you two things here, and just to kind of throw on top of what Shelly was saying. And it's not even in addition to, it's just kind of saying it maybe a different way. Number one, here's something that, in my opinion, you should write down on your wall, circle it, put a bunch of stars next to it, maybe put a smiley face on it, and look at it every day. And here's what you should do. Is always remember to make your future brighter than your past, right? Or better than your past. So look at your future as this place where you'll have more love, you'll have more connection, you'll have more of all the things that you want, right? When you're looking back at this past and there's this guy and this thing that happened, and you're stuck in the past. You're holding on. You're grabbing hold of the past, and you're like, oh, I wish that this was back here, And there's nothing wrong with remembering the past and learning from the past and remembering, great experiences that you had. But if you're living there and that's where you are, it's very difficult to create the future that you want to have, right? You can't row to a new, a new shore if you still have your boat tied to the dock, right? You can't go anywhere, right? You're stuck there. And so you have to let go of the dock in order to row to a new place. And so that's really what I'd say, is just make sure that your future looks brighter than your past. Mm-hmm. And I had a second thing, but I can't remember what it was. but that's really important. That one, I'd say, is, and that's really what Shelly was talking about. you know, and she was kind of giving you the technique for it, which I totally recommend and suggest that you listen to.